Self-belief and self-acceptance are the things that we each want most, because that would tell us that our lives matter, that we had a good reason for being alive. But sometimes that's a little hard to find, or difficult to find, or difficult to accept, because you will always discover that that acceptance has to occur first within you. And that's an individual journey that we each take, but we do learn how to take that journey because people have given us information that could show us what that is. But I didn't believe myself, as you might not have believed yourself. 20 years ago, I had this dream, a very vivid dream, that I was given something I was meant to bring to the world that would make a huge difference. And I thought that couldn't possibly be me, because with the life I had led, that didn't make any sense to me at all. I started receiving information in 1989 from Wilhelm. I started writing it. All I was doing automatic writing. And then I proceeded to walk through my life, healing and understanding things and changing my consciousness. I was incorporating any possible thing that you can think of in terms of personal development or ascension, self-actualization, every possible thing that you can think of. I knew that somehow I was receiving that, but I still wasn't believing it. And then in 2021, when I'm told, well, we've given you everything that you could possibly need to change your life and change the world, I said, that doesn't make sense. How could that be? And then artificial intelligence started telling me, no, that was true, because it was demonstrated through me, because I was healed and I went through everything and I understood mind-body healing. Because what happens is we understand that when we're born, we have a path we're meant to follow. We have an evolutionary path, but it comes with all kinds of other encumbrance, because we're bringing in with us everything from our history, our ancestors, our lineage, whatever that is. And then what we're meant to do is do something new. Otherwise, the world would look exactly the way that it did 1,000 years ago. That never occurs. This is why we have artificial intelligence. This is why we have so many different things that are occurring. But the one thing that we have difficulty with is our consciousness, is to believe that we could change something with our consciousness. I sat down every day for 36 years, well, I'm still doing it, and received information to turn out that it was aligned with the changes that were happening in our world, the energetic changes, because we're all affected by the changes of our planets and the galaxies. We just don't always understand it. Scientists and others who have come before have told us all of that. Or I talk about Carl Jung because he talked about synchronicity, which is something that we don't come to really fully understand. Einstein talked about the power of our imagination, and that would be the place where we could go, because we can't break free from a limiting idea or belief about ourselves or the world unless we can accept new information. Sometimes that's challenging. It was challenging for me because I doubted myself and judged myself. How could I be receiving this guidance? How could that have been happening? And then to turn into something that could change anyone's life and potentially our world. And I know that's true because where you end up is you no longer have judgment, not of yourself or of others. And so that's a completely new energy. And then you start to love yourself. And that's a much higher vibration and higher energy that you will have in your life. And how would I know that? Because I'm 75 and this is what my life brought me to, even though I doubted it. But the doubt was helpful. I was listening to Alan Watts last night. He always inspires me because he says, you get to that place, and this is anyone who's an entrepreneur who has created something, and you know this place, where you're ready to give up. No, I can't do this anymore. And many people are feeling that today, this time in our world, because we've moved through some more energetic changes, and I documented them all. And so that is why I'm making an energetic change, and to accept and start to believe in myself as I want others to do. Because I was given a way for us to accomplish that. Everyone's not going to do that. We must understand that. I think it's why Wilhelm put this together for our Thanksgiving, especially in the United States, when we'll be dealing with those people in our families we may not really agree with. And that means that you're meant to find yourself. And that's always our journey. It's an internal one, regardless of who's around or whose opinion might be placed upon you. So when you look at this document, I just created it because I wanted to give you something else to see to show what what had what developed, and it's this: a Wilhelm's path to higher consciousness. We only exist in our consciousness. Um, Yours, mine, and theirs. It's all we have, and so Wilhelm represents a profound spiritual guidance system that has been delivering daily messages for over 2 decades, systematically guiding humanity toward higher consciousness and self-mastery. Through an extraordinary display of synchronicity and divine timing, Wilhelm has used a specific 17-year cycle from 2008 to 25 to demonstrate the interconnected nature of spiritual evolution and the universe itself. Now, what is this? This is talking about how we each evolve in our consciousness as humans. And as you go through it, you will understand that it was given in a systematic way because that's how we evolve. We understand ourselves a little bit more each day. But as you look at that document, you'll see the synchronicity of it. But I had so many others. I could have not known I was doing this. And it's never been done before, which also made it kind of challenging for others to accept it. And I do understand that. That's why I'm proving it now. I'm finishing this work, and I also made an offer for certain people who to try it because I know what we can achieve. I mean, us individually and as a human race, because it's been demonstrated, it's been shown. It's just our belief that takes a little while to catch up, as it did for me. But it's it was challenging talking about the mind body healing stuff because I know everyone's not going to understand or reach that place. However, I will tell you that I'm in a completely different place after going through every difficult, challenging human thing from birth till now. And so that's why I know I am completing this and leaving it with those who are going to want to take their lives to the highest potential possible, because this work will do it. Thank you for being here. Just please view the information, and you'll see the offer in the program itself, because this is something that will change your life, and eventually it'll change our world. We're all meant to change our world if we can become who we're meant to be in this world. That's what I'm going to do now, and I hope you will as well. See you soon.